My name is DelMastro. Most of you know me as Ree. I'm a student at Wheaton College. I'm a junior studying English, and this is the story of how I was abducted by aliens, metaphorically. I've never really lived in a city before. I've lived in various Connecticut towns ranging from rural to suburban, and after graduating high school, I began attending Wheaton, which also happens to be in the middle of nowhere. While talking to a family friend, she mentioned that her only real regret in her 20s was that she never lived in the city, and I thought, what if I end up regretting that too? I decided to apply to a program at Wheaton called Semester in the City, and I don't really need to explain the rest of that process since I'm right here and so are all of you. So fast forward to this past January. I moved in a week ahead of the rest of the cohort because I had been hired as a community advisor, and for the first time I was alone in a big city, in a big apartment, not knowing anyone. I promptly began to panic, imagining everything that could go wrong. I didn't sleep the entire first night, and by the next morning, I had resolved that I would be going back to Wheaton. I scheduled a Zoom meeting with the director of the Center of Global Education at Wheaton, where I found out that I would not actually be able to leave Semester in the City due to financial aid purposes. Listening to the incessant car horns coming from Brighton Avenue all by myself, I felt like I got off a spaceship on an alien planet with no return flight. I called my mom, who suggested that I give it a couple of weeks. I might like it once I'm around friends. Obviously, I thought she was wrong. As my roommates and friends know, I do struggle with chronic correctness, which basically means I'm always right. And I already knew that moving to Boston was a terrible decision. Fast forward again, the rest of the cohort moved in. I fell into a routine with my internship, with classes, began to get a better grasp on public transit, but everything still felt so otherworldly. On my home planet, so to speak, nature sounded like the churring of forest bugs and songbirds, and here, nature sounds like the screeching of the Green Line and rats fighting outside my window. But as time went on, I found myself gaining more and more optimism. I'd be excited to see certain groups of kids at my internship, or excited to tell my roommates about something funny I saw while I was out. I got to meet people that I would not otherwise have had the chance to know. I learned a lot about what I like, but equally as important, what I don't. I am not a Bostonian. I don't like the snow or the cold or St. Patrick's Day. I don't like car commutes or traffic noise or living on the first floor where someone could just crawl through your window. I'm not a city person, and I am a bit of an alien here, but I'm also very grateful. If I had withdrawn from Semester in the City, I wouldn't have the experience I have now. I wouldn't have met some of the truly lovely people I can now call friends. Sure, I would have had an easier month of February, I wouldn't have gotten robbed, but I also wouldn't have done some of the most meaningful work that I've done thus far in my life. I wouldn't be able to say that I was wrong. While I won't miss getting a text every time someone's toilet isn't working, it's going to be strange not hearing Ellie blasting Greek music on the other side of my wall, or spending weekends with my neighbors. I won't be able to exchange knowing glances across the room like I did with my mentor Ellis every day, or get a text from Hannah saying she needs a hug before bed. Now I can say with confidence that life on another planet isn't a terrible thing at all. I'm grateful for the privilege of experiencing new ways of life, and I appreciate my home all the more.